instantly defensive. Why would I choose this? Why would I purposely choose this lifestyle? Do you think I wouldn't want to have the normal husband? What's up, guys?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Essence of Shan and Kehlz. For those who don't know, I'm Shan and this is my fiance
Kelly.
Alright, so based on the feedback that we got from our last video, it seems like we have a number of story time to do. But today's story time is our coming out story.
Or more like my 4-star story. And Honey's 3-out story.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's get into it.
Alright, so I'm gonna go first because I'm pretty sure mine is shorter than Shan's. So, yeah. So, my coming out story is, I think it was lower 6 all of this happened. I got a phone call in the middle of the night from my girlfriend at the time's mother. Apparently, she used to keep letters. I feel like everybody does that because I personally do that. But you know, you get letters and poems from the person you're talking to, like you store them. I personally still mind them up on the jar. I feel like up to this day, I probably still have them there.
I used to do that, but I tossed all of them.
So apparently her mother found one. I don't think it wasn't from me. I think it was from somebody she used to talk to. So up to this day, I'm still kind of confused as to how the mother found out about her dating me. But I know her mother found out about her dating girls. So the mother calls me. And he's like, I don't approve of this. I don't approve of you and my daughter's relationship. It has to end. I don't want you to talking to my daughter anymore and stuff. So me, in the moment, being shocked and stuff and not wanting this to go any further, I'm obviously going to agree and say, okay, I understand your beliefs. You don't want this. Fine. Yeah, after she came up on the phone, I'm doing like a crying and stuff because at the moment, it's somebody who I cared about, so I wouldn't want to lose them. So, me thinking this is the end of the situation, back in my bed, comfortable, alright, ready to go to bed, just to hear my mother say, Kelly, come out here. I don't know if it's because of phone call, but suddenly my gut dropped. Because first thing that comes to my head is, okay,
Them call her.
them kind of call her, or something, but you know. So I go outside to see my girlfriend at the time and her mother at my gate in the middle of the night. When I say middle of the night, I think it's about 10 o'clock in the night, pitch black, street lights on, so you know say well late. All of us end up coming inside to my living room and we're sitting down legit in like a semicircle. So everybody can talk, everybody can see each other. So the mother of the girlfriend begins by saying, I'm not sure if you guys know about your daughter. I'm not sure about if you guys accept this, but I don't. I don't want your daughter seeing mine anymore. And I would appreciate if you guys basically back me up on this. So before when she called me, I was chill and stuff, but then like now for the point that you carry this to my house, you carry this to my parents, like you know your daughter, I'm gonna tell you already say I will stay away. But you think no, carry it trying to cause drama for me, instantly defensive. Whereas it was like the case like things they were saying like, why would I choose this? Why would I purposely choose this lifestyle? Do you think I wouldn't want to have the normal husband? So she said that, I don't know if it was the case because I figured after the phone call that was the end of the situation and her showing up to my house was a shock. But, and the fact that she didn't give me a chance to come out on my own. She legit took me out of the class and then she come and said, come here, time to come out. I just like get upset. Like I was just pissed. After that, I never hear anything. Like I zoned out. I was in my own little space. I never wanted to hear anything my parents had to say. I never wanted to hear anything that she had to say. So at the end of the night, I'm in my bed crying. My father comes to me and he's like, his main concern is just more about my safety, because I think during that time a whole lot of things were happening with gay people, mostly guys. The gay guys, I think people were beating them up and a whole lot of violence towards the gay community. So that was his major concern, just mainly my safety. So, and that little conversation in the night with me crying, it made a big difference. I don't know if he even knows what difference it made, but it made a completely big difference. And in terms of my mother, I think that night she was in shock, but I wouldn't say she attacked me or made me feel unloved or unwanted. That's one thing I can appreciate from my parents. At no point they ever made me feel like they didn't love me anymore, they looked at me any different. It was just the normal reaction. Like, no parent wants their child to
be different.
Yeah, to be different. Parents grew up knowing the norm. So they had the natural reaction. Like,
what did she say?
I think most of that night she was just agreeing with the mother that, yeah, you don't want my daughter to see it anymore. She won't, because she's not the type to want to bring drama in her life or drama in her house. So the fact that that was reaching, she just wanted that to be the end of it completely. She's not going to go against anybody, the parents' wishes especially. But up to this day, yes, as I said, I'm sure my mother and my father would want me to live a normal life, but I feel like they've come to accept that this is how I am.
Alright, so my coming out story, I remember I was getting dressed for school one morning, and alright, let me not start there. Prior to the day, my coming out day, I had this really good friend who made a decision to sell sex toys. So she gave me a bullet. It's a tiny vibrating toy, saying that I should show it to some person so that the customers can start coming in. And I took it, showed it to my girlfriend at the time, and she wanted it. So I said, alright, I'll take it to school for you the next morning. You know, your girlfriend, you want to give him everything. So I was getting dressed in the morning and I placed it on the dresser, because my rationale is, when I'm combing my hair, which is usually the last thing I do when I'm getting dressed, I'll see it and I'll remember to take it up. So of course I was running late, because Kelly already tell everybody say I'm a late bug. So I was running late and I wanted to catch the school bus. So I was rushing and I forgot to take it up off the dresser. So when I was at school, I didn't realize rather that I didn't have it on me, and I got a message from my grandmother. Yeah, I was in St. Elizabeth at the time. I am originally from St. Elizabeth. Big up all that country people. But my grandma messaged me while I was at school and saying she find my vibrator. That's exactly what the text said. I find your vibrator. So I'm like, what vibrator? Then I remember the bullet was on the dresser and she was going off over the phone via text message. And I had the worst day at school that morning. I couldn't focus. I was crying intermittently and just trembling. I didn't know what I was going home to. And after school, while I was in the bus making my way home, my phone was just going off. Mother was calling, sister was calling, my father was calling, everybody was calling the phone. And I said, you know, I'm not picking these calls up, you know.
But then how did that vibrator link to
what?
Your sexuality?
Exactly, like my grandmother just assumed that I'm a lesbian.
I'm sure.
So you own a vibrator, you're a lesbian. Like, no thought that I may have been using this thing on myself.
Because I'm sure straight people use
Exactly, like she just said, straight lesbian. So when I went home, my aunt, she met me halfway, and she said, brace yourself because mom going off. I went up there and she telling me how much she don't want any lesbian in our yard and I have to leave. She was kicking me out. She was serious as ever. So I said, leave, but I don't have anywhere to go. And she said, that's not my problem. You're lesbian, you can't stay there.
I guess it's thrown out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I was thrown out for being gay. Luckily, that was 3 weeks before, 3 to 4 weeks before I was supposed to start college.
Weeks or days?
Weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so I called my sister who was living in Kingston. At the time I told her that, you know, this is happening. She already knew. She was down on me. My mother was saying the worst things to me, and that was what pissed me off the most. I was like, I have been so successful and you're gonna come down on me for this? Come on, mom. Yeah, she came around eventually that same evening. Thankfully, she heard me out. She asked me some weird questions, but answered them. I was entirely honest with her, and I'm happy I was, because it made a difference. Yeah, so I had to stay with a friend, and for the 3 weeks, and then I came to Kingston, stayed with my sister, started college, and I got a job. A couple weeks in, I found myself a job, shortly moved, got myself somewhere to stay. I got a second job, and I was just doing both jobs along with school, and I made it happen. Yeah, so that's my story. So I said it was bittersweet, but I'm grateful for it nonetheless, truly.
So as you guys can see, your coming out story was totally different.
Yeah. It was. I'm saddened at the moment. Yeah, it's not something. It's not my favorite memory. Yeah, but I'm happy to share it with you nonetheless.
But for the main part about my coming out story, my parents at no point made me feel as if I was unloved, I was unwanted, I was wrong for living this type of lifestyle. It was more like, oh, my daughter is different. I don't necessarily want this for her because I know it's going to make her life more difficult. That is where their concern was. So I can say my coming out story was scary because I wasn't necessarily ready, but I am happy that it did happen because it made my life so much easier.
Likewise, this is the thing with my story. Even though it's sad and it was hard for me, I'm happy that it happened, and I'm happy it happened when it happened as well, because even though my grandmother was saying you had to leave and everything, all the questions that she was asking, all the questions my mother, my sister, everyone had to ask in regards to my sexuality, I owned up to everything. I was entirely honest and I put it out there. All right, so this is the day I come out. I'm coming out, and I'm coming out fully because I'm making a decision here and I'm going to live my life regardless. So I told them everything, and as I said, I'm happy I did it, because today I can tell you that I am entirely satisfied with the decision I made. I am comfortable and I'm happy, and I have my family's support, so they took their time to get over it and come around, and they love me. I feel it, and I'm being told, literally.
Because I won't even lie, like, yeah, my parents made me feel comfortable, but I feel like it took them some time to warm up to it. Like now it's so much better. So like as I said, it wasn't horrible, but you can know when your family start to warm up more to it. There's a difference in it.
I feel you. Alright, so I believe that's everything. How we came out of the closet.
Or thrown out and forced out.
Yeah, so if you have any other comment, you can always share it below. Don't forget to hit the like button and comment, and
if you guys have any coming out stories, feel free to share it in the comments or in our DMs. We love to hear it.
yeah, that's true.
Alright guys, don't forget to like, comment and
Subscribe
and share.
please. Alright, so bless up, stay tuned for the next video.
Bye guys.
Peace out.